Hello and welcome everybody to 1990. What were you doing in 1990? Standing at the Blockbuster in the morning, open, open, open. Were you watching Nick Faldo play at the Masters? Because he won his second Masters in a row in 1990. You know what else happened in 1990? Buckle up, everybody out there. Two things. Ulta Beauty started in 1990. What's that? Cosmetic store. Anyway, another company that started up, Wizards of the Coast. Do you know what they were making? Wizards of the Coast. Do you know what they make today? Magic the Gathering. Hello. Yeah, pretty interesting, 1990. All the things that happened. And just as revolutionary, maybe, is this club, Founders Club. Do you remember Founders Club? They made a club that looks like a spaceship. There's a spaceship on a stick, and people hit golf balls with this spaceship. Who uses a spaceship as a toy? Elon Musk. Let's get this hole on the review table and have a closer look. This is identifiable from the sole. You can see USA, fresh metal on one of these rails. There's like these two rails right here. Founders Club with the wood number, in this case the 1. 9 degrees of loft on this second rail. But that's not the most interesting part. The most interesting part is when we spin around the skirt here, you can see it's totally concave. Look at that. Look at the shape here. It's so amazing. It's funny how on the skirt, like it spins all the way around, it starts to bulge out here and come the face, it just goes back to a normal face. Kind of expect a little more here at the top, but not so much. It is very distinctive. Nice glossy hosel right here, pretty thin. And we have just a plain black ferrule, nothing fancy. Stepped shaft with a dynamic gold X100U shaft here. I put this sticker on just to remind me of the year, 1990, and we have a Golf Pride Tour Wrap grip, pretty straightforward. So this looks pretty small, and last year I got this out on the range and I hit a few shots. Let's move out there and see how it feels. Founders Club. Do you remember Founders Club? Proline brand. I remember people talking about it, and I was always just kind of like, what is this all about? And people just, my buddy who was big into TaylorMade and Callaway, the same buddy who told me, you always want Callaway drivers and TaylorMade irons. That was his just opinion, and those were his favorite brands. I asked him once about it. Someone was talking about Founder. Do you remember Founder? And he's just like, no, yeah, it's like not something that he saw as forgiving or easy to hit or desirable. But I guess there was a following, and I'm looking down at this. It looks very much like a Pittsburgh Persimmon. Obviously, the sole side has these rails, this concave, skirt, but looking down at it, doesn't look offensive. It looks like a TaylorMade Pittsburgh Persimmon. So what is up with this Founders Club idea? Were pros playing these? I know it was a Proline brand, but how good could it be? Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Well, it works. The golf balls go downrange. That was pretty impressive. There's a little fadey one into the wind. Man, it just feels like they rocket off the face, doesn't it? It's magic. I've figured it out. I am the one who's discovered there's something magic about these. What is it? There's something, that was a little thin. What the heck? It's a tiny little face. What is going on? I was not expecting that. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a Tonk steel driver Pittsburgh Persimmon copy, which it may be, but it's made of magic or something.
Hermione got her hands on her mitts, her dirty Hogwarts mitts on these, and has injected some magic into here, straight from her little book. Wow. I need to reevaluate my whole life, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm just going to be under a tree just crying.
This is just a steel driver. From the era, we need to rotate our minds back to the era where they were all steel in 1990. Yes, I know they were coming out with a titanium version in Japan, but it wasn't released in America yet. So here in the United States, all we had was steel or graphite or persimmon drivers, okay? And this just fit in, like, on the range, it felt just like a steel driver, like a Pittsburgh Persimmon or a McGregor VIP, whatever, okay? It is just an driver. But they put a spoiler on it. This little ridge you saw, the concave little ridge they put back here. It is interesting how they made that top line look a little bit bigger with that little ridge. And it looks a little more sleek. To me, this is the Toyota Solara of golf clubs. For those of you that don't know, the Toyota Solara was released. It was a two-door coupe version of the Camry, and many of them have a convertible top. It's just a Camry. That's all it is. There's nothing special about it. Automatic transmission, really reliable engine. It's just a car, but it's a little bit more sleek, a little bit more interesting. And that's, you see where I'm going with this? That's what this is. It's just, we're going to make it that little bit more sleek. Put that little lip here, a little lip spoiler right there. And people will love it. And it did fair. It was fair, okay? And the Founders Club name, I mean, this is something that you could rock and fit in pretty easily. In 1990, obviously this world came crashing down the next year with the Big Bertha coming out, but for its moment in the sun, it shone, right? And when you're out there on the course with your own little sports car with the convertible top Solara, to quote, I think it's Dirk Bentley who says, "The sun's shining on you like a big spotlight." That's what it's like. The spotlight's on you, babe. Hit this. And you look awesome. Nowadays, there are other clubs that let us know in the comments below. Here's the question. If you want all of your playing partners and all of your friends to look at you and just be like, yes, that driver stands out and that driver is awesome, what do you hit? Let me know in the comments below. For me, I have an answer for that. In modern era, it's the TaylorMade M2, my TaylorMade M2, because it has that huge white stripe down the middle. It's just like spotting a skunk from a mile away. People spot it. They're like, oh my gosh, it's an M2. I'm like, better believe it, babe. So this was the Toyota Solara of its time. This was the M2 of its era. Just wanted to stick out a little bit. And it did a great job. So I really enjoyed hitting this club. Do I want to go back and play it? Do I want to build a set around it? No. But I think it had its moment in the sun. It was really popular in certain groups in 1990 and 1991. It's worth remembering the history of golf and remembering little subtle details that make some clubs more desirable than others. Because ultimately, golf clubs aren't a need situation for most people. Let me know your thoughts, memories in the comments below. What club is the most bling today? What driver is the most bling today? Looking forward to reading your comments. As usual, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. If you want to support the channel in another way, you can visit my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you everybody for watching. I am the Vintage Golfer.